great result today, 1-0. Where do you think we performed best today?
All over, because we got the 3 points. Defensively, we were switched on right from start to finish. There was a couple of hairy moments, but that's what happens, and this was a classic example of when you don't take your chances early on in a game. You can come unstuck later on, and that's when we relied on our defensive unit late on to relieve a little bit of pressure, and that's no matter who you play. That's always going to be the case if you don't take chances, and we created enough good chances throughout the full 95 minutes there to have a lead of probably 3 or 4, and that's not disrespecting Ruthin at all. I thought they set up really well and give us problems, but they probably had majority of their possession in and around their own box, which is fine, but when we did create chances we looked really threatening. It's just a shame that we didn't take our chances, which then would have created a better goal scoring opportunities.
Speaking on the chances there were a few maybe contentious decisions. They had a penalty shout first half, and we had a goal which was disallowed late on in the second. What are your thoughts on them?
I mean, without going too cliched, we'd have to have a little look back and go through it. I think what the overarching one for us is we wouldn't have wanted it to get to those sort of if and but moments. There was enough clear-cut opportunities for us to have converted them without having to worry about whether things were in or weren't in. So we don't really want to go down that road, because as Mike said before, we created enough clear-cut opportunities. We worked some opportunities really well from set pieces. We got in some great positions, especially first half, where we felt it was a tiny bit more quality, and some decision making in the final third. We had a couple of breakaways towards the end of the game there, where better decisions from people on the ball would have gifted us a lot easier chances than worrying about maybe if somebody.
I saw Joe came off. Was that just precaution, or is it an injury to him?
No, he has took a little knock there, a little strain. We'll get it assessed because we've got obviously big games coming up. But you know, we're in a fortunate position. You know, Will's come into that position now as well, so it's give him an opportunity. So we'll just have to see how the week develops. We'll see what that looks like with Joe, and yeah, it's preparation now for our next game next week.
Okay, so on the pitch today, I saw a few things which looked better from previous games. Is there anything you've been working on in particular in training?
I mean, we pride ourselves in terms of like how we prep for each game. So there was things that we worked on this week that did come out in parts. Equally with the vein of form that the squad is in at the minute, we're rolling from like result to like sort of game to game, result to result. So a lot of the things today that we wanted to work on came out in little parts, but as Mike said, credit to Ruthin, they give us a good sort of run today for our money, if you like. So yeah, onwards and upwards.
One last question on the season in particular. With the Girlsfield result today, what are your thoughts as the coach and staff on potentially winning the league this season?
It would have been the same if the result went Airbus's way. We were just having a look at our fixture list. We're having a look at what we've got to do. We'll keep ourselves in check. We'll move on quite quickly to preparation for next week's game. And we see where that takes us, and that's all we can do. What we will say is the squad has been absolutely fantastic over the past 4 or 5 months to take everything on board that me and Dan want to put in place, and we are reaping the rewards now. And you know, it's nice to be top of the league, but we'll see what these forthcoming weeks bring now.
Thank you for your time.
Cheers, guys.